And we begin at Simon Fraser University, where the women's volleyball team is making history in Canada this year. The Red Leafs are leading the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. They're looking for their first conference championship in school history. Our reporters Grace Miller and Alessio Casano found out that Red Leafs outside hitter Davida Hill has had quite the journey at SFU.
Ice hockey, Canada's national winter sport. 500,000 young Canadians take to their local rinks as their parents cheer on from the bleachers above. Many of those children dream of one day playing the game they love professionally. What they may not know is for their dreams to come to fruition, their skates will be digging into an ice surface far from home with their parents cheering them on from afar.
As pedestrian safety becomes a larger issue in BC, Walker's Caucus is working on improving mobility issues for those who are visually impaired. Ryan Bowles and Filip Kovacevic met with safety advocates to highlight the changes that could be made to fix these challenges.
Wizotsky says she's considering medical school while keeping her options open. With the scoring record in sight, Wizotsky wants to be remembered as a hard worker who leaves it all out on the court.
Dance is a way to showcase culture and expression. It's a way to share art with others and have some fun while learning about another person's heritage. Sia Forio will be learning some dance moves from Angelique, who also goes by Angel. She says dance is a form of therapy that heals the mind, body, and spirit. Over to you, Sia.
The New Orleans Saints embarrassed the Dallas Cowboys Sunday at Jerry's World 44-19. The Cowboys were 16-1 the last two seasons at home before the Saints ran up 432 yards of offense and 6 touchdowns. This left me questioning if this team's roster got any better over the offseason. Cowboys owner, president, and GM Jerry Jones has preached to fans and media all offseason the team is
all in. All in. All in.
Jerry said he has pushed all his chips in. So let's recap what the Cowboys have done this offseason to be all in. After a brief stint with the Patriots, they brought back running back Ezekiel Elliott, who is now 29. New defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer brought in Eric Kendricks, who is 32, to lead his defense. They traded back in the draft to take an offensive tackle, while speedy Texas wide receiver Xavier Worthy was still on the board. And all of this while knowing their star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb was bound to hold out for a contract extension. With these new improvements, the Cowboys' rushing attack, which was middle of the road last season, has already dropped to 21st, while the defense, which was top 5 in pass defense last season, let Derek Carr sling it for 243 yards on just 11 completions. I don't want to overreact after one game, but the season is already looking bleak. It's time for Jerry Jones to step back. Maybe I have a different definition of all in. I'm Spencer Pomeroy, and that's today's Sports Comment.